Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us as we take a look at the weekend forecast, and at the same time that the weekend is arriving, so too is the centre of our subtropical low. Here's the animated wind map, and the main feature we've got to start with is the rushing wind through Cook Strait. Look at this big strong howling southeasterly, which is affecting some of these places like Nelson and Picton, maybe around parts of Marlborough and obviously Wellington and up anywhere around the Cook Strait region. In fact, if you think of the airflow as a water flow, streaming along like this, and you've got two big rocks in the way of this river, so it's forced to go through Cook Strait. It all gets bunched up like that. It's a little bit like an air version of the Hooker Falls in Taupo. So you've got these big strong winds coming through here, and they're all sort of feeding through the centre of this. But it's calm in other areas, and look at the South Island with the blue there, indicating that the South Island is much colder than the subtropical North Island at the moment. So let's jump forward 24 hours, and this is how you look on Saturday. The low, the centre of it now just to the east of Auckland and Coromandel Peninsula and north of Bay of Plenty, or in that area. So light winds across much of the North Island, light winds across much of the South Island. So another cold start for you guys down around Otago and Southland. But further north, as the low drifts further to the east, in comes the back end of it, the big, strong, colder southwesterlies, and that will blow in across the day, bringing in some showers. Hopefully it's gone by Eden Park. So let's go backwards a bit now. This is midnight Friday, midnight tonight, and you can see that low finally coming in. So it's tracking across the Northland, Auckland and Coromandel regions over the next 12 to 24 hours. The worst of the winds, as we just saw through Cook Strait, although they're going to ease somewhat over the next 12 to 24 hours. You can see the isobars here really starting to space out, so not so bad. So the worst winds, once we get to midnight Friday, they're out here just to the northwest of New Zealand and well out to the east, coming down over the Chatham Islands. So they'll have windy, warm subtropical winds, and the place to be, Southland. You've got some of the calmest weather at the moment. Into the weekend, Saturday lunchtime, as we just saw, that's where the low is likely to be around lunchtime tomorrow, sort of just north of the North Island or just east of, Auckland and Northland. So it's tracking along slowly eastwards. All of this is sort of central air pressure though, so it's going to be pretty calm in these areas, but there's a southerly coming through with showers which will fade during the day for you. And then we get to Sunday and that low is pretty much gone. We've got cold winds blowing in some areas. The southerlies are fairly cool, and there will be a few showers around the country as well, but the winds are starting to ease back a wee bit in most places, and overall it's just fairly typical winter weather. And then we end next Monday, and I've shown you the widescreen because, to be honest with you, the theme that we're seeing at the end of June and the start of July may well be a lot of westerly winds. I still think there's another chance of another big low coming in from the Tasman though over the next couple of weeks. We do have that set up, but as you can see, by Monday of next week, not too bad around the country, and the nor'westers are starting to come back in. That is all for me. Have a great weekend. If you're going to Eden Park, there might be a shower, but probably dry with the winds coming in from the south to southwest. Have a great weekend. And by the way, New Zealand obviously does need a second opinion. We're really proud that you've made us your first choice. We'll be around next week. Monday is our next video update.